Mastering communication skills the secret to connecting with powerful people. According to a recent study, over 70% of business leaders agree that effective communication is the #1 skill required to achieve success in their industry. However, many people struggle to connect with powerful individuals, either due to fear of rejection or uncertainty about how to communicate effectively. As someone who wants to succeed in their personal and professional life, you're probably wondering, what's the secret to mastering communication skills? The answer is simple yet profound. It's not just about speaking, it's about connecting on a deeper level. Let's face it, we all know people who are incredibly charismatic and can effortlessly connect with anyone they meet. But have you ever stopped to think about why that is? It's not because they are naturally more intelligent or more talented than the rest of us. The truth is, they've simply developed a set of skills that allow them to communicate in a way that resonates with others. So what are these skills, and how can we develop them ourselves? To answer this question, let's break down the process into smaller, manageable chunks. First and foremost, it all starts with self-awareness, understanding your own strengths, weaknesses, values, and passions. When you have a clear sense of who you are and what you stand for, you'll be amazed at how easily you can connect with others. But self-awareness is only the beginning. The next key skill is active listening. This means giving the other person your undivided attention, putting aside distractions like your phone or your own thoughts, and truly engaging with their words and emotions. Here's a simple yet powerful exercise to help you cultivate this skill. Next time someone speaks to you, try repeating back what they've said in your own words. Not only will this show that you're genuinely interested in the conversation, but it'll also help ensure that you understand each other accurately. Of course, communication is a two-way street, and on the receiving end of conversations are people who may be struggling to express themselves or feel heard. That's why empathy is another crucial skill for mastering communication. By putting yourself in others' shoes and trying to see things from their perspective, you'll create a safe space for them to open up. But how do we practice empathy? One simple way is to ask open-ended questions, the kind that encourage others to share their thoughts and feelings without feeling judged or evaluated. For example, instead of asking, "Do you like your job?" try asking, "What's the most rewarding part of your work?" This subtle shift in language can make all the difference. Another essential skill for effective communication is assertiveness. This doesn't mean being aggressive or confrontational, quite the opposite. Assertive individuals know exactly what they want and need, yet are able to express themselves clearly and respectfully without stepping on others' toes. Here's a key insight. When we feel uncertain about how to communicate our needs or boundaries, it can be tempting to either over-explain or under-communicate. But the truth is, there's no one-size-fits-all approach. What works for you may not work for someone else. So what does assertiveness look like in practice? It might mean speaking up when necessary, but also knowing when to listen and ask questions. It means being clear about your expectations while still showing empathy and understanding for others' perspectives. Now that we've covered the basics of self-awareness, active listening, empathy, and assertiveness, let's talk about how these skills can be applied in real-life situations. Imagine you're trying to persuade a colleague or client to see things from your perspective. How would you approach this conversation? The key is to combine all four skills. Start by showing genuine interest in their thoughts and feelings, actively listen to what they have to say, and then use assertive language to express your own needs and boundaries. For example, instead of simply stating, "I think we should do X," try framing it as a collaborative conversation. You might say something like, "I understand you're concerned about Y. Can I share my perspective on why X might be the best approach? What do you think?" As you practice these skills in everyday life, remember that mastering communication is not just about what others think or feel. It's also about how we treat ourselves. When we communicate effectively with others, we build confidence and self-worth. So here's your challenge. Take one of the skills we've discussed, say, active listening, and practice it in a real-life conversation this week. Ask yourself, what am I doing to show genuine interest? How can I better understand the other person's perspective? What language or tone can I use to create a safe space for them to open up? By following these simple yet powerful strategies, you'll be well on your way to mastering communication skills and connecting with powerful people. Remember that it takes practice, but with every conversation, you'll grow more confident and effective in expressing yourself. Enjoyed this book summary? Hit like, leave a comment, share with a friend, and subscribe for powerful ideas from the world's best books. summarized in just 4 minutes.